Alright, so next let's talk about how we can modify the two texts here, the first text and this one. This is like very simple, just like, again, just to practice. I will go back to VS Code quickly and I'm going to create another object here. This we already saw it, so I'm gonna call this one, is going to be type of text. Again, this is coming from Shopify. Okay, the only things you're changing here, the ID must be there. You need to give it a unique ID, so we can call it here new card text. We can say heading 1, the label could be heading, and we can give it some default if you want to. We can say this is a new card heading. All right, and then we're gonna add the second one. Is going to be the same actually, so the type is going to be text. The ID, remember, it must be something unique, so new card, so I'm gonna call it also heading but 2, and the label we're gonna call it heading 2, and we need to also, we can also give it a default, and we can say this is the second new card heading. All right, so now how to access it, just like we did earlier. So this time I need to go to my HTML and we want to replace this H2 and this H3. Okay, so it's going to be the same. In this case, I'm not going to use any if statement because I have a default there, and I will just access it. So it's going to be section.settings. And in this case, it is new card heading 1. And this one, this other text here, I want to keep designed by. I just want to change the name here. So I will remove the name and I will access it just like the same. So section.settings new heading 2, and I will save it. And if I go back to my code, it's going to take the new data, and there you go. We have, this is a new card heading and this is the second new card heading. And if I come back here and I reload my page and I go back to my card again, we're going to have access to this one. So we can say card and designed by John Doe and save it. All right, so that's it. And once it's done, as best practice, we need to add it also inside our preset settings over here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do BG new card. No, actually it's new card heading 1, and we're gonna give it the, well, in this case, what we're gonna do, we're gonna give it the default value. Okay, we're gonna give it this default value, or you can give it the new value if you want to. That's really up to you. But in my case, I will give it the default value, and here I will also give it this default value like this, and I will save it. And before to let you go, as we are adding this new card inside our index page, our home page, if I come back here, remember, we don't have it added here yet. So to make it to be here, okay, what we need to do, we gonna come, I will leave this page open and you're gonna see what's gonna happen. I will open my terminal and I will say Shopify team pull. I press enter and it's going to ask me where to pull. So remember, we are doing all of this code locally. So if I pull from the live team, we're gonna lose everything we just did now. So you need to be very careful about these things. So we want to pull from the development team. Okay, so if I press enter and I reduce, now we're gonna have the new card added here. Okay, and it is now like this. So if I go back to my code now and I say I want these new cards to be on top, if I add it like this, it is now on top. If I save it, so if you don't pull the change that you're making here when you turn off your server, this change is not going to be like saved. Okay, let me show you. If I go back, open my terminal, and remember I just changed the position of my new card, is now on top. Okay, this can happen. Okay, seems like we have two sections there. Let me fix it. If it does like this, sometimes you just have to pull it again. Let me pull it again, and this seems like it's okay now. But then I can show you what I was planning to show. Okay, if you're still doing this, what you need to do is come to turn off your server, run it again. Okay, seems like I have the sections footer group. All right, because I have this, the new card we did created earlier is still inside the header group JSON and the footer group JSON. So let's go fix it. I will go back to my section folder. Let's start with the header group. and it's telling me that we have this one. Okay, so we're gonna remove this one, is what we did in the very beginning. So we did add it there. Let's save it and let's go back here, and it's going to be the same, and this in this time is on top. So carefully let's remove it from here like this, and let's remove this one like this. Now be careful, it is this one, and let's save it, and the error must be disappearing. All right, okay, so now we did the pooling again, and as you can see it is on top now, but I want you to observe the index.json and to see how the order changed. Now we have the new card on top, and even the order is also on top. Okay, so I want to show you something before to let you go. So if you make a change on your code editor and you don't pull it, this change is not going to reflect here, and then it's going to not pick it, it's not going to take it into account. Okay, so if I come back here, let's say I want this new card to be in between the euro and the feature collection. So if I save it here, let's yes override. If I go back here and I refresh, so now the card is going to be between the euro and then the product collection. Okay, so if I don't pull this change like locally, it's not going to take it into account for the next time I want to work in this store. So let's see it. So I will go back to my VS Code. I will turn off my terminal. Okay, and if I again restart it, and if I come and reload here, you're gonna see it's gonna change. There you go, and you can see that the card back on top and the euro and the card are in the bottom. So to make the change that you're making to be effective, you need to pull the change. Okay, even here, if I reload the page, so let's again put it on the middle, so between euro and the feature collection. So now again is on the middle. Great. So now if I want this change to be effective, I need to come, and again, just for you to see that I'm not, talking just to saying like funny stuff, you can see the new card is on top, even though we make it to be on the middle. So to make it to be effective inside your index.json, we need to pull the change. So it's going to be Shopify team pull, and again, we are working locally, so we need to pull it from the local development. Okay, otherwise you're gonna have a huge error here, a huge change, and then you're gonna be in trouble because you're gonna lost all your code. And there you go. So then we have the euro on top, we have the new card on the middle, and then we have the product list here, and even in order is right there. If we go again to check quickly, if I refresh, okay, we have invalid code. Not to worry. Open the terminal, do the pull again. It's usually doing this from the development, and it should fix our error. There you go. Yes, so now if I go back to my VS Code and I turn off the server and reload it again, we are not going to have any change at all. It's going to keep the same data, and I can come here, refresh as much as I want. It's going to be still the same data. All right, so that's it for the section for now. Now let's talk about blocks.